Hey you guys! I'm saying hey you guys, but did we tell people that we're going to be on tonight? So there's probably no one here at the moment. Hey everyone, I'm Lesley from Hungry Heffy Crafts. Please do give us a shout out in the comments if you are here joining me. Oh, Elaine's here. Hey Elaine! Thanks for jumping on. It's late notice, I know, but tomorrow night I am out and about, and I have a couple of projects that I need to get done tonight. So I figured turn on the camera, speak to my crafty chums, and get those projects done, and then you guys can help me along and join in as I get crafty. Hi Wendy, Wendy is here as well, and Lorraine is here too. Fabulous. Oh, I'm so glad that a couple of you have seen the notification pop up. The thing was being a little bit weird earlier. The connection was being a bit unstable, so we're gonna see how that goes, to be honest, but yeah, we'll just have to take it a moment at a time. We've got Snow here as well. Hey Snow! Going to try and stay for a while, but it's been rough. Sorry for disappearing. You are all right, darling. Yes, I will. It would be lovely to have you for a little while if you can stay. We've got Krista here as well. Hello! So, as you guys may remember, last week, thank you, Craigie. Last week I was creating some cards for an upcoming magazine focusing on the rectangle dies. So we have the metric stitch rectangles and the imperial stitch rectangles. Hi Eileen, lovely to see you here, first timer. Woo! And so I also have another magazine project coming up that I am working on, and you guys can maybe, help out, give us some suggestions, no worries, and we can get play a little bit with some of our products as well. So the brief is this, get the old brain churning there. Valentine's cards to give to your son or daughter, okay? Valentine's cards for your son or daughter. So I started some bits and pieces earlier, and let me show you. I've made 2 already, and I need to make probably another 3, at least 2, maybe 3, and I'll show you what I've got already. Let me go grab them. Hey Sarah Louise. Oops, I've just dropped on my piece of paper. So this card here says, to a very special son. And I use the on the edge die cutting technique here. This is something that Jennifer McGuire did recently, and I saw the video and I was like, oh, I remember that. I've not done that in ages. Do you know the Guess How Much I Love You books? Yes, I do. Yeah. It's a bunny, right? The Guess How Much I Love You. So her video reminded me of this technique, and I thought that it would be fun to do a card like this. And for the sentiment for the sun, I used the Heffy Doodle Jet Alphabeters stamps, and I just used the scissors to cut my own little stencil for this with some card, and I used some Nouveau embellishment mousse. And this is a new one for me, Aquamarine. When Ruth was over last week, we placed an order for some tonic supplies, and I got this one. I also got, let me see what else I got. I also got the gold one, which I thought would be fun to play with. Doesn't it look pretty? I want to see what it looks like on black card or grey card. I think that would be really fun. And I also got some of these little tiny circular discs, so I'm thinking that they might make it into a sequin mix in an upcoming Heffy Doodle kit because I think they look beautiful. They look pretty. And on top of that, I did treat myself to some more of the Nouveau alcohol pens. Take a look at this. Booyah! Woohoo! They look like two big eyes. Ooh, pens. So I ordered pretty much all the sets that they had on the site that day. And it's only today when I was making this card that I realized there's no green. Huh? What's up with that? Maybe they didn't have any in stock. So I'm going to be trying to use these tonight. I do also have my Copics on my desk as well. And I think I showed you guys last week that I've now got these divided containers. So they have a little division, a little cross like this. So I have these both on my desk here. Oops. Both my Copics and my Nouveaus. Let me share with this next card with you. Can you see? It's back to front, so it's not that fun. Let's go down here. So I've got Be My Valentine down here. I used the Starfall stencil here, but I paired it up. I did a layering with 2 layers of stencils with the Crosswalk, which is the vertical lines, and the Starfall. And that just gets a more dispersed star effect on it. And then I used the Dino Time for my little dinos and the trees. And I thought I'd be quirky and have pink, what's it called, trunks. Isn't that funny? I think it looks really cool, especially that I've got little pink toenails and tail here and the pink spots there. And then for the little love hearts, they're actually from the Wingman kit. And once again, this is just some pattern paper, but I just cut that freehand myself. And the Valentine is from Berry Big Heart. Hey Donna, hey! So I've got a couple more cards to make. Feel free to hop over to heffydoodle.com and have a look at some of the stamps and products there, because if you're inspired, shout out and we'll see what I can come up with. So let's jump in. The other, yes, it says Dad and Son Story. Maybe you could do a play on that. Guess how much I love you. I love you right up to the moon and back. Oh, I love that. I do. And we've got bunnies. And we've got a baby bunny. Oh, yes, let's do a bunny card. Yes, okay. So here is what I was going for. I wanted to do like I'm hugging him. But the challenge I have is that if they're sitting together, he's just a little big and the hand kind of gets lost. So I'm not sure if I can butcher it. Oh, I'm going to be a bit cheeky. I'm going to cut off his arm. The worst case situation is that I have to stamp him again or her again, I don't know. So let's see. We could have these two here. That actually looks all right if you extend it out, I think. I think that's fun. Do you think we can make that work? Does it look like he's like, go gadget arms? Oh dear. Okay, so then I've got my stargazer backdrop here and I pulled out some pattern paper, and this, my dear friends, is inspired by something that came up on my phone today. Does your phone do the thing where it's like, here are some stories we think you'll be interested in? Normally it's funny stories about dogs in my feed. It's true. But occasionally there's something that I'm like, oh, that actually was, really interesting. Did you know that Pantone have picked the color of the year? Yeah, for 2019, and it is called Living Coral. And it kind of looks like this color. It's probably quite red on your screen, but it's more sort of pinky orange in real life. And this is just some pattern paper from my stash. And I thought that I would cut that down, and then I thought, oh, well, I'll see what it looks like this. But if it's too much, I could turn it over like that. I think I might end up doing this. And the good news is, because this is double-sided, I'm thinking if I cut a circle in the background, like here, in fact, I could cut a circle. Let's just do it. Let's just do what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to attach these two together with some Heffy memo tape, which, by the way, is flying out the door because dear Jennifer Maguire has been using it in some of her videos. So loads of people have been asking about it, which is great. Woohoo! And I love it, as you guys will know. So is this going to be big enough? Or is it just a little on the small side, maybe? Yeah, I think I'm going to go for this. So I'm thinking, so if I do this with the, on this pattern side, what I can do is take my coral cardstock and flip it over, and then I get an additional look for my card. Oops. And the great thing about using pattern paper for this is it matches perfectly. So if I take this one out, boing, turn this one over like this. I think that's sweet. Donna says, something besides Christmas cards is a nice change. Yay! What about ducks and have the ducklings? There's no ducks in Heffy Doodle as yet, I don't think. Do we have any ducks in Heffy Doodle? I don't think so. Looks great. They have a large wingspan. They do, yes. I think that will work. I've got a little smudge here. I'll have to attack that with a sand eraser in a little bit. So what have you guys been up to this week? Anything exciting or anything planned for the weekend? That is the question. All right, I like the sentiment. So one of the challenges that I have at the moment is this is a Valentine's brief, but we have very limited Valentine's messages. We have very big heart, which says Valentine's Day, things like that. But we don't have a large section that say Happy Valentine's Day, at least at the moment. So I'm trying to look at the collections and look at the sentiments and see what can I use. I don't know. Elaine says, yippee, I'm ahead of the game. I used that colour last night. Yes, you are. Trendsetter. Oh. Isn't it nice when that happens and you feel all chuffed? Tea time. All right, let's stick this down. Still haven't fixed my ATG gun. I need to do that. Hey, Gray. I got some yarn in that color. Nice. So I think probably it's becoming popular. I'm not sure exactly when Pantone is. It must be recently because they only just it came up in my feed of things that they think I'm going to be interested in. Sometimes it's so far off the mark though. Oh well. So I'm going to stick down this living coral panel. Oh, Elaine said, oh, hold on, blah, 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 blah. Gray is going swimming. Oh, your little duckling swimming. Have fun. Swimming sounds like it's like the last thing I would want to do right now. It has been raining and raining and raining and raining and raining. It's pretty miserable over here at the moment. Hey ho, it happens. Ooh, so I could raise this panel up. What's your thoughts? What do you think? Would that be fun? Get some tape in there. Suze, yes, Suze says, I have seen Heffy Doodle stamps in Jennifer Maguire's yearly favourite stamps video. I bet you were excited. I am still excited. Woohoo! So I got a message from Maria, my craft way to happiness, who sometimes pops on, but she's just back from America, so she's probably in bed, to be honest. And she messaged me about it, and I hadn't seen it. I think she literally just released it. Maria must have got the notification, and I was so excited. Woohoo! It's like, I can't believe it. Which one is it? So it was our Everyday Sentiment duos, and we also have a similar set called Holiday Sentiment Duos, and as you can probably expect, we've pretty much been selling out of them because yes, if I think most of the things that she recommends will end up selling out, to be honest, which is wonderful for it's wonderful for me, wonderful for all those little stamp companies out there. Yay! I'm just happy that she likes them, and in the video she said, I have a video coming soon with this set. So that's exciting too. I'm using these little strips, my Sticks 2 strips, which is going to make Snow jealous because I bought some for her and I have not yet posted them yet. I need to take them out of my craft frame and put them in my in the living room or dining room, also known as the picking and packing room. Lorraine Turner, this weekend, blood transfusion. Well, that does not sound like much fun at all, Lorraine, does it? I hope all goes swimmingly for that. Right, then we're nearly done. I think that'll do. And Sarah, no it wasn't Sarah, Elaine said, I'm making a book folding gift. I have seen these, the Debbie Moore ones. So you take a book and then on all the edges of the book, you just take a little pencil mark or something and measure like how far up the book you need to fold. And it is amazing the way that the things I can come together. It's ridiculous. It's gorgeous. So yes, that will be lots of fun. I think it'd be quite therapeutic as well, wouldn't you? Lorraine says, no ducks. Ah well, next release then. I can confirm there's no ducks planned for the next release, but the following release hasn't been drawn yet, so who knows? Who knows? Anything is possible. If you just believe. I'm making tall Christmas cards, and tomorrow I'll be doing mail art. Amazing. Pretty. What kind of tall cards are you making, and what's the style? Tell us all about them. We want to know. Pardon me. All right, so you are going to go like here. Maybe up. Yeah, let's put some foam on him. I'm going to move over to my big beastie. Sarah Louise says, I've been busy making Christmas Eve boxes. You know, this is something that I have only really been aware of this year. Christmas Eve boxes. So cute. Do you guys know what they are? Should we explain? So a Christmas Eve box is, some people do them as like a crate, like a pretty white crate that's all painted nice and maybe either handwritten or in vinyl, you know, has Piper on it, maybe the date or whatever. And let me put some of this on here. And as far as I'm aware, the idea is that this crate appears on Christmas Eve and it has items in it like a new pair of pajamas and some hot chocolate and maybe a Christmas movie, that kind of thing. All right, so this is where we need to do a little bit of trial and error. So you, my friend, are gonna go like here. Yes, 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 yes. I'm actually going to go ahead and add some glue to you and to the feetsy weetsy little tiny toes. And that means I can stick him down and then I'll tuck in the wing. I'll move my foam across a bit. Oops. Nope. Snow says, I've offloaded a bunch of social media apps so I could rest more. And I've been re-listening to the Akotar audiobooks. Ooh! So Snow, I am nearly finished Tiger Lily. Snow recommended a book called Tiger Lily. And it was slow to start. So if any of you guys, and if you bibliophiles are interested, it is written from the perspective of Tinkerbell. And it's about how she observes Tiger Lily. And then Tiger Lily in her tribe, I guess you would say. And then how she meets Peter Pan and things like that. And then you know, Wendy turns up and things. So it's really interesting and it really makes me want to go and watch Peter Pan, like watch all of the Pans. But I think I will have a completely different mindset now. This is too close to the edge. I think that will do. I think I might need actually raise him up and put some foam down there just that he doesn't fly away, especially in the mail. camel. There we go. There we go. I think that still gives the illusion of a little hug. Hey, baby. What else is happening? South Carolina had sun all day. I'm so jelly. Grace says it's freezing here, but we're going to an indoor pool. Yeah, that works indeed. So I'm going to put that there. Let's stick this down. And the mama is going to be saying that because it's for a son or daughter. And I think love you more is probably a sentiment that will be said quite frequently between parent and child, do you not think? This looks like a really funky moon. I took a screenshot of your stamp in her video. I was so happy for you. Oh, thanks, Suze. Oh, sweet. Snow says the strips, how are you liking them? I like them. I like the little strips. They're really handy. They really are. But I think like they'll be gone in an instant. Like, that's the thing. But that's okay because they weren't like overly expensive or anything. I'm just going to grab a sand eraser, see if I can get this little smudgeroonie off. Good old sand eraser. These are another thing that's been flying out the door like hotcakes. Oh, and I'm going to finish this off with a little blop of my glaze pen. And I wanted to mention that I've just got a delivery of these. So there will be very shortly in the store black glaze pens like this, which I like to do. Can you see this? I like to do for a little dot for eyes. It makes it, it's so hard for you to see, but it kind of raises it up a little and makes it really glossy. So it looks really like eyes. And then the other one is this one, which is like a glittery one. I think you can probably see the glitter shine there. It's really pretty. All right, so let me do these. Fabulous. All right, so I'm going to call that one done and move on to the next one. And we're going to do bunnies, are we? Oh, hi, Riri. Ray says, what are we making today? Valentine's cards to give to a son or daughter. That's what we're up to today. Let me see. I did like this. Lucky to have you in my life or something like that. We can maybe do something like that. Try to find sentiments that's going to work. I'm just going to go ahead and double check all the sentiments in these other sets in case something jumps out to me as a potential one. Of course, I've got the Simon Says stamp exclusive with the it's got love heart and it's got a big like I love you, but because people can't buy it because it was an exclusive, there's no point in doing that one. We've got I Adore You in the What You Saying Now stamp set, but it's very small, just like the one we've just used. The Jet Alphabeters is very good because you can stamp whatever you want, essentially. Oh, we've got Oceans of Love. That might work. Not with bunnies, obviously, but... I love you. Oh, that might work too with like a boy card. I love you. You're precious. You're a precious find. Things like that could work perhaps. Where on earth are my bunnies? My bunnies have hopped away. Huh. It might be in my little tub of fun over here. Oh, this is another one that we could, it's got some like love and stuff in it. Here's my buns, my buns. Hello, sweet cheeks. That could work too. I'm not very good at putting these away, it would appear. Oh yes, and on the very big heart we've got sending you fuzzy cuddles, so that also could be a potential sentiment. Suze is off. Bye, Suze. Eileen Moore says that what she's making is 8x9 Christmas cards for acts of kindness. Ah, brilliant. Very true. She says to cheer people up, Christmas for some folk can be very depressing. That is very, very true. That's lovely. Good for you. Bye, Suze. Do you think you'd use less foam squares for the same effect? So not really worth it? I think I would use less foam squares. Well, I think I might use less foam squares, but pulling the backing off a strip is so much easier than picking off like this much worth of squares. And I do like the fact that this is nice and narrow to get in, like around those stars, for example. It means I don't have to cut things. So I definitely think there's a place in my craft room for them. Elaine says, I don't give my kids Valentine's cards. Is it a thing? I don't think it's a thing, but I think it's a magazine thing where they're like, let's pick a topic and make that happen. All right. Okay, what were we going to do? We were going to do bunnies, and now I've lost them already. Have I put them away? We were going to do bunnies, and we need some sort of love happening. So maybe we could do some love hearts from this set. Some bunnies and some love hearts. Don't forget, if you want to pop up sentiments. Oh yes, very true. The strips are very good for popping up sentiments. That's actually a really good idea. I do kind of like to some bunny awesome. That's fun too. So maybe we could do like a man bunny and a lady bunny and then a little baby bunny. Would that work maybe? Let's see. I need you guys to come up with some sort of a concept while I am stamping these out. What are our bunnies going to be doing today? Come on, Rihanna, this is your department, all these buns. Meep. Hi, Anna. Hey. going to be our lady bunny. He's going to be Daddy Bun Bun. Hello, darling. And then we've got a little baby bun. What if we did a love heart in the shape of carrots? Is that weird? I mean, what if we use carrots in the shape of a love heart? Huh? What do you think? Is that nutso? Shall we try it? Oh, I don't know what that's going to be like. But maybe we should try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Elaine says, oh, batteries are down. Elaine says, I use your strips of ease on like 99% of my cards. I love them. That makes me happy. So here's a question for you. I've had a request from some people to make more, but in different thicknesses. We've got 3 thicknesses at the moment, like one and then a middle one and then a fat one. And some people have asked for even more, like in between thicknesses. Do you think that's something that that you'd like to see, or do you think that you can pretty much use the ones that you've got? The other suggestion was that we make some which are shorter, but I think that was just for the stitched ones, because for the strips of each, you just cut them. Simple. We're just reinventing the wheel. Annalisa says, do it. Would be super cute. Yay. Amanda's here. Hey, Amanda. Oh, I'm so glad. There seems to be loads of you tonight. And I thought there wouldn't be any because of the fact that I didn't really tell anyone I was going to do this. Oh, I've done it again. Maybe Thursday nights work better for you guys. I should do a poll or something. Or just do like alternate Thursday and Fridays and then see which are more successful. I think you'll probably get like different people at different times, won't you? Like many of our European friends perhaps will be like, oh, it's a school night, can't stay up late. Okay, I'm not sure how many carrots I'm going to need. This is going to be one of those cards that I really wish I had my scan and cut set up, because this is a lot of carrots that we might need for this. Oh, more. Snow's off. This is my limit. Try to continue watching today. Bye. Love you. Bye. I would like the little triangle cut out. What does that mean? What, say again, please? I would like the little triangle cut out because I love the stitch detail. What do you mean triangle? Donna says, I got the new SX 1200. Is this a scan and cut? Oh, yeah. Ooh. Is this a new scan and cut? I don't know anything about it. You'll have to educate us. Educate us. All right, I'm going to bosh these out with pretty basic colouring. I'm going to use my new Novos. So that is apricot blush. And this is called honeycomb. And I'm just going to curve it round like that. I'm not going to do anything more. It's all about simplicity whenever you're on a deadline. As I say to Craig, and he often tells me, done is better than perfect. Which is very true. So I told you guys that I got some refills for my Copics, and today when I was doing my dino card, I thought, oh, I'll add some of the ink to my green one. I can't remember which one it was, and I didn't buy the Copic tweezers. I was like, I'll just use normal tweezers, and yeah, I mangled the nib of my Copic, whichever one it was, I can't remember, YG11 or something like that. So I was like, Craig, here's something you can get me for Christmas. A set of new nibs, replacement nibs, and some Copic tweezers. What about you guys? Do you have anything on your Christmas wish list? That's what I want to know. On my Christmas wish list, I have got my Copic tweezers and my replacement nibs. And I would also really like to see the Kuretake Gansai Starry Night, the like gold and silver ones. That I would like to see. Apart from that, don't really know. I've just bought all these Nouveau markers, and I got a whole load of refills for my Copics. I'm pretty spoiled, really. I'm sure this is one of the ones that's near dead. I might just make it. Can you make it? What color are our bunnies going to be? On the strips of ease, to make it look like a pennant. This is one of those moments where I feel really stupid because I'm like, I can't visualize what you mean. So, do you mean if you have a strip like this, you cut the notch out of here and here? Is that what you mean? Because for me, this is me, I'm gonna blow your mind. I would just use the corner of this, like this, and cut it out. You know what I mean? You could do that. Have you not done that before? Just use some sort of a right angle die, or even if you have one that is a bit pointier, like a star, that might work as well. So, just throwing it out there. It is so much better than the original one. We're going back to talking about the scanning kit. the 600 dpi scanner cut out a sheet of my Heffy puppies like a dream. Booyah, amazing. Hey Margeline, oh yes, it is a school night. So I just looked in before going to sleep for a crafty nightcap YouTube video. Well, it's lovely to see you, but I hope that you are tucked up nicely in your bed. I was just saying that there seems to be loads of people on, and then I said, well, maybe for some of our European friends, it's a bit late. These colours are very similar. So it's E33 and brown sugar. Unfortunately, a lot of my browns are dying. So sad. I don't think I know what a bunny looks like in there. It's colouring. Can bunnies have like a white belly and like tips on their toes? Is that even a thing? It looks more like a dog. Looks more like a dog to me, maybe. I think their ears are normally darker than the rest of their body. Who knows? W0 and W3 over his ears just to darken that up. A bit more gray tone. Oh, Mr. Bonnie, you so handsome. Isn't he a handsome bun? Oh, here we go. Yes, that's what I mean. But I like to keep the stitching. Yes. But you'll get stitching still. Because those rectangles have got stitching on the outside as well. For special occasions like that. Colour the bunnies brown like Remington Steal Your Heart. I don't know who that is. Educate me. Who is that? What is that? Something new. Sandcastle, Garlic Clove, which I think is my favourite so far. Ginger Peach. What are you? Feather Grey. Interesting. Who's Remington Steele? Feather Grey. Elaine, use a guide that has stitching on both sides. Yes, yes, yes. Like the Heffy doodle ones. Although you might not have those ones, I suppose. Little W3 to darken this lady's butt. You need some Casper inspiration for this one, Ray. So our Christmas decorations are up. Yay! Have you put your decorations up yet? When does Christmas start for you guys? Is it December the 1st? Is it December the 5th? Maybe you don't celebrate Christmas at all. Just going to try and blend out some of this darker brown to be a bit more of a transition. Oh yes, Anna says January the 7th. By January the 7th, it'll all be over for us. In fact, I'll be on my way to Creativation. See ya. Bye. Bunny, bunny, bunny. Cute little bun bun. Should we go brown for this bunny? I used to have a bunny. I loved him. He was, his name was Dooter, because it's a fun thing to say. And I probably told you guys this before, but Dooter he lived in a hutch outside, which was actually like a wooden sideboard on legs that my dad had cut like squares out of the two doors and put chicken wire, whatever you call it. And then there was the third door then was closed, so that was like his little house. And yeah, so he was great, but he used to escape. He would like spill his water or pee in the corner and then like scratch and make like the tiniest hole and then squeeze out of it, and he would hippity hoppity hip all the way up the garden and chase our Labrador. Alrighty, let's get these guys cut out. Oh, Amanda says Remington is my bunny. Oh, I see. I thought this is going to be one of those times where you go, oh, you've never seen the movie Remington something something? Or read the book? Okay, we're going to do buns and a few carrots to start with. Monsieur Carotte. All right, and we're going to run this through the big shot. She is a brown desert cottontail with a white tail, white chest, one white boot in the front, and her other front foot either even is brown and white striped. She sounds gorgeous. Do you know, I think you guys are a very pro rabbit community. It seems like Casper, we've got Bunny Dobby, whom we haven't seen in a while. I need to go and track her down. And we've got Rhiannon, which has got Casper. And then we've got Remington. And I'm sure there's more bunnies out there. Swap that out for another piece. It comes around quickly, says Donna. Christmas. I've not done my newsletter yet, so that's weighing on my mind. And I've not done any shopping either, but hey ho. It'll happen. We have already entered into like the crazy December calendar. You know, the one where there's things on every weekend and during the week too. Tonight we had winter warmers at Piper's school. So winter warmers is when you come to the school at 5:30 in the evening and you wear your pajamas. I didn't wear my pajamas tonight. But Piper had hers on. Wear your pajamas, bring a book, and they have bean bags and little like duvet things, like I guess they're like sleeping mats maybe from nursery, on the ground, and they have all these books around the outside on tables, and they serve hot chocolate, and on the big bright projector they project an image of an open fire. It's funny. And I have Christmas tunes playing. So we went down there, Piper and I. Craigie had to work, boom. And they also had a tombola. So you pick out a few tickets and see if you can win a prize. And the prizes were like books, and there was a couple of like bookmarks and bubbles and things like that. Piper won a book, but it's one she already has. So she gave it to a friend. Bless her. Right, we're getting through these carrots. We were making dinner tonight, and we've been doing this thing called Gusto. Have you guys heard of it? It's like they send you a box of stuff on a Monday with recipe cards and all the food to make the thing. So we've been trying this out, and today it was crispy chili beef with noodles and coriander. And coriander, for those of you in the stateside, is cilantro, which I have an intolerance to. So that did not make its way on my plate. That actually went in the bin. Whenever Elizabeth lived near here, she gets so cross at me. It was like, don't waste food. And I was like, well, you can have it. And she's just put it in the freezer. And I'm like, I really don't need a freezer full of Lesley poison. And that's not what we need. I'll have it. So I used to like walk to school and be like, hi, take out a bag of green and give it to her. She's like, cheers. Very suspicious. But then she went and moved away. So now I have no one to deal cilantro with. So it goes in the bin. Anyway, back to my point. The menu had beef, so as I put the beef in the thing and brown it up. And then it made you grate a carrot. Okay, whatever. I'm thinking it's going in a salad maybe. And then the next step says, put the grated carrot in with the beef. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. But, so we cooked it up and it just looks like beef. I was like, this carrot has really beefed up the beef. Like, it looks like there's twice as much beef. It's a good little technique there if you're like, oh, we've got visitors coming over, but we've only got 500 grams of beef. Grate a carrot into that bad boy. That's what you need to do. Oh dear. Okay, what have we got going on here? We've got a mama and a dada. She needs a bow or something to make her more feminine. We have a baby as well. And then we've got some carrots. Carrots of love. I don't know what way this is going to go at the moment. I can't visualize it yet. But we'll keep going. Maybe we'll figure it out. Maybe at the top. We can use the little ones to create the curves. It's going to turn out awful. Annalisa says, I'm American, so the day after Thanksgiving for me. Oh, you get like an extra week compared to me. I'm so jelly. Oh, can you imagine? Like, what would make Thanksgiving even better? You know, we already get to eat all the yummy, yummy food and spend it with family if you want to. And then the next day, wake up, it's Christmas. Get your decorations up. Whoop. Oh no. I can't quite tell if this is cute or it just looks like something weird. Oh dear. Anna says, I have cats, but I can be a bunny if needed to fit the community. Everyone's welcome here. Grace says, I'm looking forward to the winter solstice because I'm like a plant and I need light. I too find that I'm a lot brighter person in general whenever it's more like the dark gets me, but it's the miserableness, like the rain, that really yeah. So guys, what do you think? Is the heart gonna work, or we do a heart shape and just put a whole load of carrots behind it? And yes says, I can't eat cilantro also. Tastes like soap, genetic intolerance. Yes, apparently. So because I think you're in Switzerland, right? I think you've got French descent. So apparently, if you are Irish, Scottish, or French, and you have Gaelic roots, you are more likely to have this genetic thing, which makes cilantro taste like soap. And it does taste like soap to me, but more than that, it gives me migraines. Okay, so the consensus is this is cute. Yay. So we could do, you know, like an easel card. I think I need to show you. So the front of my card just says, to some bunny special. And then when you open it up, you've got a carrot which sticks up, carrot heart, no less, that sticks up. And then the bunnies are inside. But then is that going to make the outside too, like, boring? I'm not sure. All right, let's figure it out. Let's figure it out by doing. So I'm thinking a square card, because I think that will fit the shape of my carrot heart better. Have I got any pre-cut square cards living in this drawer? Or have they all been used? I think they may have all been used, so that's okay. We shall just have to go and upgrade to a piece of cardstock. So I think 5 inches will actually do us lovely doubly. And then that means I need to cut at 10. And I also need to cut at 5. So I'll bring this to my guillotine. So this being the idea here, that we have a card like this, but we'll actually have a fold along the middle here, which folds it up. So let's crease that one as well. We'll do that at 2.5 so that it's in the middle. Rosie, hey Rosie says, I'm going to watch and hear you while I reorganize crafting. That's a brilliant idea. Put me on in the background. That's what I always say. Come craft with me, but you don't have to craft. Do your ironing. Put the video on in the background. I don't do ironing. You could sprinkle some carrots on the outside, some grated carrots like in my dinner, to go with the sentiment. Then they form into the heart inside. Interesting. They form in the heart on the inside. So we've got the heart in here, and then we've got just something on the front. Oh, so we have like bunnies on the front, and then on the inside you've got the heart. That's it. Oh, yes, it's Italian. Oh, well, sorry about that. We've got heart on the inside to say some bunny special, and then bunnies on the outside. That also works. But I think I'm just going to go for a... What if the carrots are on a clear acetate pop-up? Yes, 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 yes. That could work as well. But then it would lie here like that, wouldn't it? Or we do like a card which the front only comes up to like here, and then the rest of it, this top section, is acetate, so you can kind of see through it, and you have the heart overhanging the edge, something like that. So many ideas. I mean US, Italian, American. There you go then. Okay, we gotta make a decision, peoples. The carrot heart seems to be popular. Popular. It's all about popular. Let me see. I've got hearts. I've got this heart, which is an X-cut heart. We could have a panel on the front with a hole in it with acetate here. Hearts is in the inside, but you can see through it. And then you've got 2 bunnies. Yes, let's do that. I need to recut my panel. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. Lots of ideas. I love it when you guys get involved with all your ideas. Creativity begets creativity. That's what they say. Well, that's what I say anyway. Have you guys ever noticed that? We are really not feeling inspired. And then maybe you have to do something for a deadline. So you just start, and then all of a sudden, because you've started, you're like, oh, I've just got an idea. And that's how it happens. All right, so I don't really want to move you out of the way. I'm going to just do this slightly off to the side in a peculiar fashion. Here and here. I'll be singing that for the rest of the day. Is this the popular song? Sorry. Not sorry. Alright, so we've got a little heart at the front of our card here. Pardon me. And we might even want to consider adding a little ink blending, perhaps. I'm not sure. And then we're going to build our heart on the inside. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out, but I do know it's going to be fun. So I'm thinking we go for like a symmetrical look. I'm going to grab my ever trusty 2-in-1 glue pen. Also replenish them this week in the store. We had to buy a whole load of stuff because Black Friday sale, we sold out so much of stuff. Gonna be popular. Very good at what? Harry Potter Studios, baby. That's tomorrow's shenanigans. I am so excited. So this was my birthday present. My birthday that was in August, of course. So I've had to wait a long, long time. And it's like a Christmas special thing, I guess, where we get to, like the package deal, you get to do things which is not normally part of the package. I don't even know the whole details. I just know that I'm excited for it. Okay, I'm gonna flip to the big boys and hopefully I have enough. I'm also going to flip them so they're pointing down now. And the good news is that I can use this heart as a guide. Now that I know that you're not French, I'm going to assume that your name is not pronounced Ines. It's probably Ines? Ines? I don't know. There we go. Often getting started is the hardest part. It really is. So if you can just do it. And also, I would recommend just get started, but on something that you don't really care about. Like, I know that sounds awful, but just do something for the sake of doing it. Don't be like, right, I need to make this masterpiece. Because if it doesn't turn out, just pin it. Start again. I think this carrot heart is like adorable. One big carrot left for you. Oh, don't do that, Lesley. I got a glue spot on the bottom. I'll let it dry and then I'll rub it off with my eraser. The only thing is, I kind of wish there was more of a... I could add a carrot here to make it more of a point. Actually, I quite like that on the camera. Let's go for that. Doesn't want to stay today. I think maybe my glue pen is having a bad day. Running out probably in my warm room. All right. Hiya, Yetta? I'm guessing with how to pronounce your name there. Hello, my dear friend Jensen. Hello from Denmark. This looks so sweet. Yay! Oh, so Grace says, which house do you belong to? Harry Potter. So I'm a Ravenclaw. It is true. Piper also is a Ravenclaw. Craig is a Slytherin. Not for evil reasons, but intellect, bravery, not bravery, intellect, cunning, you know, that kind of thing. That's him. All right, so we're gonna have this Some Bunny Awesome in the middle, to Some Bunny Awesome. And then we're gonna have some acetate here. Over that. And I'm thinking I might add some green to the bottom. What do you guys think? Do you think we should add some green, like a little bit of green color to the bottom to make it look like grass, that they're sitting on grass or something? Let's grab some acetate and a large one of these, and we'll use that as a guide on the back. Oh, this is the thicker acetate, and it doesn't tend to cut very well with these dyes. I remember now. I think it's like the actual material. Like, I think it's really flexible or something. So it kind of goes 85% of the way there. Not quite 100. Grass would be cool. It needs something to anchor them. I agree. They kind of look like they're lost in space at the moment. My only concern is this piece of glue here. That I'm going to, because the glue is there, it's like the ink won't stick properly to that area. So I'm going to attempt to remove the glue with my eraser, my sticky stuff eraser thing, Fisker's eraser. Most of the way gone. I'm going to use my sand eraser for the rest. And I think now it certainly feels smoother, so maybe the grass will be fine now. All right. Use my little mat. And I'm actually going to use some ink blending brushes. I still haven't brought in those blending brushes. Let's use this one. I thought I had brought them in. I guess not. All right, I'm going to go for a little lime Ricky from Catherine Pooler. And in fact, I'll just reuse this piece of card or piece of memo tape here to mask along the seam which will give you a nice crisp white edge on the side. It's looking better already. That is absolutely adorable. Thank you. Joint effort by everyone on the stream, I reckon. So what about you guys? What Harry Potter house are you in? Maybe you're not a Harry Potter fan, in which case I apologize for talking about Harry Potter, but I'm not really that sorry, to be honest, because I like it. All right. I'm going to do a bit more because I think I quite like to spritz it afterwards. And I like the way that you can see the reaction of the water whenever you spritz it. I mean, you can see the spritz reactions if you have more color. We'll try that. Lamb Ricky. I've just got some new Catherine Pooler inks because I'm working on a video for Catherine Pooler. And so I've got some new inks, which I haven't even taken them out of the box yet because we've been working from one deadline to the next. So maybe we'll get to play with them next week. So just plain old water here. And a little minute for it to react. And then I'll pick it up. Grace says, Gryffindor! Yay! Of course, everyone has a soft spot for Gryffindor. What do you think? Do you think we need to do some green up? Actually, that would have been a great idea beforehand. I don't think that's possible nowadays. Right, so let's stick this on the inside to here. And I'm going to go ahead and use some, I'm going to use some glossy accents for this, I think, because the acetate, in my experience, can be a little slippery. quite literally slippery. And I don't really want to use tape because you see a lot of it shining through. So I think maybe super fine a line of glossy accents. Pop this on top and then give it a minute. So I need to pull out my sentiment that says, to somebody awesome. I wish I had a smaller Happy Valentine's Day greeting. Here's Daddy. Here's Mommy. And here's Baby. So cute. And we might even have a spare carrot lying around somewhere. I'm sure there was spare ones. Wasn't there a couple? Oh no, we used them for this. Did I use them all up? There you go then. Daddy and Mummy. Here, I think, and hopefully that means there's not no glue dot in the back of her ears. So there's no mess on the back of the acetate. Although, to be fair, you can still see my Copic colouring. I probably should have layered her up on another piece of die cut bunny die cut. But that's okay, that's okay. We shall make do. So I'm just going to put to somebody awesome right in the middle there. But let's put some buns back in here. And I think that'll pretty much be this card done. We need to start brainstorming the next one. Come on guys, what's the next card? Need to find the stamp set for this. I'm actually going to do that now before I forget about it. Love you more. That's absolutely adorable. Ah, thanks. To somebody awesome. Trying to get it somewhat straight. Yeah, I wish I had like just a small Happy Valentine's Day. That would be perfect. Might have to see if I can find one in a different stamp set. I can use stamps from another company. You could put it along here with the strips of ease. I've got this, but I think it's too bold really. I want something that's kind of smaller. So I think I'll call this one done for now. Brilliant using glossy accent on acetate. You can still kind of see it. You can see like little splotches, but it's nowhere near as slippy slidey as other white glue, and like a Tombow mono adhesive or something. And I don't really like the tape because it looks so visible. So yeah, this one is a bit more subdued. All right, so we've got some Bunny Awesome going on over here. I might actually go ahead and add a couple of Nouveau Drop Blops. Green and orange. I'm gonna grab. It's not quite the green I am looking for. So I'll go for orange. This keeps coming off in big strands. I think I'm going to actually add a few clear ones as well, because why not? I think this, I feel like maybe this is the color that I want. Yeah, actually it is. It's fine. It'll do. Oops. And then this is a Nouveau. It comes out way runnier than the good old glossy accents. Because of that, you can get some nice spherical bloops, or drops if you want to be traditional about the term. Okay, I'm going to set this aside now so that it doesn't get smudged. All right, so how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I reckon we do one more and we call that a day, because it is 10:30 on a school night. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for Be Mine. Be Mine. Although I don't know. I think like Be Mine. Well, you are my daughter. Right? Don't know. We can just go for I love you. Pardon me. I love you, I love you, I love you. Happy Valentine's Day we could make. Maybe we go for Oceans of Love. Hi, Yells, 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 Yells. Because we could then have like a bubble background or something. And we could try and stamp Happy Valentine's Day. Let's get some card. Let's get some card, everybody. And I'm going to cut this out with my strips of ease, my stitch strips of ease. In fact, and hopefully it's tall enough for these big letters. Someone is tired. It's me. It's very, very true. Okay, so let's see if we can get Happy Valentine's Day. And not only can we get Happy Valentine's Day, can we get it centered, or at least somewhat centered, despite tiredness. So yes, thanks for joining us. Just to let you know what is happening over here today is I am making some cards, which is it's for a magazine, and it is, that looks pretty centered. It's a request to do, let me figure out how I'm going to make sure that I stamp it in the right bit. I want it to be like here. I'm going to stamp it in three sets, if you know what I mean. And the brief is to make Valentine's Day cards to give to your son or daughter. Although, to be fair, they didn't actually specify whether it was an adult son or daughter or a child son or daughter. And I've made a couple of cards already. I had some made before the stream tonight. I made them this afternoon. I'll show them to you in a little bit. But wanted to share the rest of them on air with you guys. So let me see. I think it might be a little high, but not too noticeably, I think. Yeah, simples. Happy Valentine's Day. So guys, what are we going to make? What are we going to do with this one? Shall we go for Oceans of Love? Have some like sea critters or creatures? Do we go for a different kind of card? Maybe some, maybe the post box and some love, 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 love. That might be cute. Wishing you a very special Valentine's Day with the little bears. Wishing you a very special Valentine's Day. We could do that. I used this bear on one of the cards already, so that's why I thought that it would be fun to maybe use a different set. I'm not sure. What do you reckon? No pressure then. Come on, guys. Tell us what you want. What you want to see. We could do some hearts using the little love heart guy. We could have your little ray of sunshine. Happy Valentine's Day. With a little ray. Or just sending you oceans of love with some ocean critter going on. What do you think? Come on, everybody. Don't need me to do all the hard work and thinking. So this is a Valentine to your children. Yes, apparently so. Valentine's cards that you could give to your kids. I don't know who does that. Well, actually, I mean, I know that one of the design team members, they made like a selection of little cards that was like Valentine's cards that they put into their son's lunchbox for school around Valentine's Day. I'm so sorry. Need to go to my bed. We've got Happy Valentine's Day happening here. We can have a bear. We've got this bear. There's another bear. There's the bear that, there's the bear from Teacher's Pet. I actually love this bear a lot. I love his little bow tie. We could have I Love You Berry Match. I don't have bear hugs in this, do I? I love you very much. Happy Valentine's Day. Brina says, my little girl just got excited when she noticed you playing with Berry Big Heart a few minutes ago. She had to get my attention and pointed out. And I said, yes, I have that one. Hiya. Hello, my dear. So what about love you very much? We could even curl it round like this. Love you very much. And put this little guy in the middle. Does that work? And then oh, my stomach's growling. We're okay for a little while. And then we add some inking and some love hearts to the background. Let's do it, because I'm scared that my camera is going to run out of battery. Make a decision and do it. That's the stage we're at today, guys. Make a decision and just go for it. And it looks like I'm going to have just enough space for this little cutie patootie. Beautiful. So this is from the Teacher's Pet. Of course, after I make all of these, I have to put them in the post tomorrow. I have to photograph them, put them in the post, And then I also need to write up exactly how I made them and what products I used. So I'm hoping I don't forget. Oh well. So we need a cute bear. We're going to go for some brown sugar. I'm going to make him a bit darker than I normally go. Oops, I've just gone over the line. Silly me. I'm putting my head down because, as we have discovered, Lesley is much tired. Lesley is much more tired tonight than on a Friday night. I don't know why. Didn't get to bed till late last night, that's probably why. Plus, at the moment in our house, we have a visitor. We have an elf in our house. His name is Pudding. He comes every Christmas. I'm not sure if you have an elf that visits your house at Christmas time. But yeah, his name is Pudding, and he can be challenging. He's lovely, but he can be a little mischievous, to be honest. So this is rich mahogany at the moment. And I'm blending it out with a little brown sugar, baby. And I'm finding that it is blending quite well, in my humble opinion. What I really like about these pens is their nib. Of course, that could be because I've ruined all my coping nibs. Ooh. All right, which one of these is which is the question. Gonna go for that. Delicate Rose. Ooh, Delicate Rose is quite an intense kind of rose. Let me see. I'm going to go for some YR31. A bit more yellowy colour for his snouty McSnouty pants. And I know what I want, but I can't see it. Garlic clove, there we go. I think this is my most favourite colour in the Nouveaux, garlic clove. It's brilliant for dogs and critters. Right, so we're going to go for some trousers. Forget Me Not blue. Super perfect blue. In fact, I'm going to go for some flat colour for this one. I'm going to give him stripy, what are they called? Braces? I was going to call them suspenders, but that's something different, isn't it? Not quite scribbly gel, but I want to see how it dries, because with Copics it blends out. We'll see. Right, yellow shirt for sure's. With oh, this is a nice interesting color, Indian saffron. Ooh. It's a nice color. Good. Yaziel says, what pens are you using? These are the Nouveau pens, Nouveau alcohol markers. I had 1 or 2 sets, and then I just bought some more sets this week. So I'm kind of testing them out. This doesn't seem to be blending out as well as I would have liked to. I liked it to. Like if I go over the top with my Copic blue, it'll probably balance it out a bit, but it's quite saturated, so I don't want to go too far gone. And I'm going to add some purple. Now that is one thing that I will mention, is that the purples, the Copic purples, I am not a big fan of. It's the colors, they're too pink. So this is Spring Lilac, and I like that. And this one is Blackcurrant Tart. Quite intense. So this is very similar to one that I have in Copic. But the lilac one, that's quite, doesn't seem to, I don't recognize it. Lovely jubbly. And we're just going to go for white against this, so a little bit of the grey to pick up the edges and create some shadows. And then, oh, I was going to have stripy suspenders in again, braces, but I think we'll do red. We'll do dots. So what's this? Paradise Pink. Oh, it's too pink. Far too pink. Pink lady. Interesting. Once again. I don't know. He's quite the dapper chap. Isn't he though? I love him. I think he's lots of fun. Let's cut him out. I have a little bit of bleeding at the top near his ear on this side. So once I have him cut out, I will add the, I'll add a little bit of white gel pen around the outside and to tidy that up. And I'll add some white gel pen to his braces to make them spotty dotty. So beautiful. I definitely need some inking on this background for sure. And I think I'm going to curve this round. You know what? I really want to use a slightly different type of paper for my background. And I'm going to use Distress inks this time instead of oxide. That's my last piece. Oh, let me get some more of that stuff. And we're going to go for 5.5 by 4.25. And this is a little paper pad by Clairefontaine, and it's called Paint On or something to that effect, and it's like a watercolor cardstock. Oh, Yell says I have invested in Touch New markers. I have not heard of these. Touch New. I have bought the skin tone ones. And so far, they seem quite good marker for blending. Touch New. Oh, I don't know anything about these. That's exciting. What paper are you using? Let me show you it. I've used this before on some of my videos. And it was £3.25 for 40 sheets. So it was really good value. They're A5, so if you're using a British card size and a metric, you can crease it in the middle and use it as a card blank, or you can cut it in the middle and have two panels to go on the front of your card. Normally I use 8.5 by 11, so it only really gets, well, one panel. You can get a panel this way, and then you have about this much left over, which I find quite good because I can cut a panel and then use this for like my bear or whatever. But it's a bit thicker. It's got a bit more bounce to it, and the Distress inks work a dream on it. But before I get inky MacInky pants, I'm going to stamp and I think maybe emboss my sentiment. So this is going to say Happy Valentine's Day around about here. He's going to be like here, I'm going to guess. And then I want this to be love you very much. So I'm going to first of all make it straight. And then what you can do is kind of visualize this, put this in here. Where roughly it will go. Like this maybe? And then manipulate it. I feel like I'm not quite centered. Can also put like an aperture or something behind it so that you've got the guide of a proper circle if you want it to be just so. I have the A4, very affordable. Yes. Oofed. It's too bent. just want a gentle bend. A gentle bend for a gentle bear. I think that will work. We'll move him down a bit so that he's not too much in the way. Slightly off balance. Sorry, my hair's in the way. I'm aware. Sorry. Does that not distort the text? No, not really. No, not really. All right. You'll see for yourself in a minute. Doesn't harm the stump either. There you go. It's a pliable substance, the photopolymer, so it's fine. Obviously, there's a limit to what bending you can do. If you do it like this, it's going to be really tight. All right, let's get inky. What colors do you think we should go for? Do you think we should go for purple? Maybe some shaded lilac. Do you know, I've not even used that in so long. Can't even find it, apparently. Milled lavender, that could work. Where is my shaded lilac? Oh, there it is. My little label on the side. Does not look like it anymore. A new technique, especially for banners. Yes, it's really fun for them. I'm going to go for shaded lilac. I might actually, instead of the milled lavender, go for a like fade it into a blue tone, like you'll see how beautiful this paper is with the distress inks. Just look at this, just look at it blend like butter. I might fade it into a blue or a teal, perhaps. Yes, so this paint on, I actually bought it because I wanted to do I wanted like some cheap watercolor or painting, and I was so pleasantly surprised when I realized that my distress inks blend so beautifully on it. I'm going to build up a little more color at the bottom, and this will help make my sentiment pop as well. And then, yeah, I think I'm going to come in with a little bit of tumbled glass along this middle range here. Tumbled glass. And I'm going to keep the white tone at the top. Just going to fade that in a little. Just like that. Look at that, so pretty. I'm going to actually stamp some of those little hearts on here as well. I'm going to use the hearts from the Oceans of Love, I think. Making it up as I go along. And I am going to use tumbled glass distress oxide. No, shaded lilac. Maybe both. Shaded lilac distress oxide and... Do I have shaded lilac distress oxide? I do. And tumbled glass. So the idea is that they should coordinate really nicely. Because it's formulated to be the same tone. Now the only thing is, do we want to spritz it? I'm going to say no, actually. Just for something different. So there's two little love heart images made up of like dots. I sometimes like to put one on either side of my acrylic block. So then I can flip it over and keep going. That one you won't even see because it'll be behind a bear. What do you think so far? I bought brushes for this technique rather than blenders, but looking at technique, blenders come out on top. It depends. I think it. So my experience, I love an ink brushed background or whatever you want to call it. But I have found that different paper gives you different results. So for example, on this paper here, which is my bog standard A4 piece of paper that I use to make card fronts, my distress inks can get blotchy on it. My distress oxides work fine on it, and distress blending will be fine on it as well, but my inks get a bit blotchier. Whereas with this one, the blending with the distress inks works beautifully with both oxides. Well, it works better with oxides compared to inks. Interesting. No, works the other way around. Works better with inks compared to oxides, although it's not much in it. And then the ink blending, it's fine, but the brush, I can't talk, I'm so sorry. Someone's just said again, oh, it's nice. Just got back, what paper is it? I'll show you the packet in a second. I just used my last sheet of it, so I'm going to need to invest in some more. What's to do with the packet? Oh, it's right in front of me, sausage. It is a pack. It's a paper pad. It's called Paint On Multi-Techniques. It's by a company called Clairefontaine. And I bought it in an art shop just to do some like watercolor painting stuff. There's 40 sheets of A5. So I was explaining the fact that if you use metric sizes, you'll get 2 card fronts panels, or fold it in half, you'll get a card. Or if you use 5.5 by 4 1/4, you get 1 panel out of the top and then sort of half a panel down here. But it's really cheap. Well, I think that's cheap, $3.25 for 40 sheets, and I've had it for a good few years. I think Amazon does do it, but when I looked, it was maybe $4.50. and I thought I'll just buy it at the art store whenever I get there. All right, let's stick this guy on. And in fact, we went to the art store. We went to Farnham, which is a town near us, the weekend before last when we bought Piper all her books. And I said to Craig, please, 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 can I just nip up to the art store? I wanted to buy another one of those. And I had to beg. I was like, please, 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 I'll just nip in and I promise. He doesn't believe me normally when I say that. And so I pretty much ran up and then got there. And it was like, we're not open on a Sunday. What? Oh well. Have to go back another day. It was one of those moments where as soon as you get there, you're like, I'm pretty certain this has happened before. Yeah. Ranger Store, they have a lovely, what is Ranger Store? Ranger Store? As in Ranger ink? There is Tim Holtz Distress Ink paper is what I used a lot of, and I would say this is a good replacement for the Tim Holtz watercolor paper. Cheaper as well. Because I think the watercolor one, in fact I've got it in here, I think you get 20 sheets. Oh, I do, but it's hiding, so I'm not going to bother hunting it out. I think you get 20 sheets. Although, I will say that, with the Ranger one, the really nice thing is that the front of the card is hot press and the back of the card is cold press. So what I mean by that is one side has that lovely watercolor bumpy texture, but then the other side is a smooth pressed texture, which is obviously going to be better for stamping on. We are nearly done, my friends. Strips of ease just make life so easy. That didn't work out. Come on. I'm just going to take a strip of this bad boy. Oh, it's just a little on the tall side. And this dapper lad is quite chunky, so I don't even have to trim it down. Oh, I never did do my white gel pen. We'll do that now. Oh, the range. Yes, the range. The range might have that one, actually. I'm not sure. I better check. Okay, there we go. Tidy that up a little bit. I wanted to give him some little polka dots. More like sprinkles compared to polka dots. There we go. A little shiny spot on his nose. And why not? Let's go in with some glaze pen for these guys. Big, bright eyes. Look at him. He's lovely. Yay. All right. Quick sweep round to move some stuff out of the way. guys, I think we are done. Let's have a little bit of an overview of what we've done today. In reverse order, we have I love you very much, happy Valentine's Day, using the bear from Teacher's Pet, and using the heart from Oceans of Love, the happy Valentine's Day from Very Big Heart, and the stitched strips of ease dies to get those perfect lines for your sentiments. Then we had a Somebody Loves You. Was this one we did beforehand? No, it's not. It's To Somebody Awesome. So we're going to move over here because of my light up there that's going to shine down. To Somebody Awesome. So let's put something on it to hold it down so that it doesn't pop up and smoosh and ruin 2 cards at once. And then we did this one here, Love You More, with a mommy and a little owlie in there. And then there was 2 that I made before I started today. Made on my lunch break. We've got 2 very special sun, and this was using some Nouveau mousse. So the reason this is much skinnier is so that it will fit in the envelope. And then some dinos, Be My Valentine, baby. And I just love the soft tones and colors of this. You have inspired me to get my clear stamps out and use my markers. I'm off to order some die cut strips. Oh, yay! I am glad that I have inspired you. And I also apologize that I have inspired you to buy and spend money. Oh dear. Yes. All right. Well, I'm going to say toodaloo, you guys. I shall see you tomorrow. No, I won't. I don't know why I said that. I won't see you tomorrow. I will see you next week. What day is next week? 17th, 14th. Yeah, I think that's good. I think I'll see you on the 14th. If there's any change, I'll let you know. I'll do another video and we can catch up then. Have a great crafty weekend, and I will see you soon. Thanks for joining me tonight, you guys. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Love you all. Bye.